Welcome to Sacred Cow Shipyards, where no ship is safe from being taken down to its nuts and bolts. You know, it's funny to me. Y'all humies are absolutely, positively, unquestionably convinced that aliens have visited your planet, and it is simply not true. Yes, I know all the nonsense about Area 51, and we all know that aliens didn't visit when that happened. There wasn't little green men, or little gray men, or whatever the story is this week. And yes, I know all about the cattle abductions and mutilation and anal probing. What the fuck, man? And no, y'all need to be looking a lot more local and a lot older for explanations of why all that's happening. That ain't aliens, dude. We don't do that shit. And I only bring this up because, like I said, actual aliens haven't visited your planet, and yet you're still focused on all these things that you think are aliens, and yet every fucking year something happens that is only explainable by goddamn fucking aliens fucking up your planet. What the fuck happened 2 nights ago, you goddamn walnuts? I mean, here I was watching your weird little planet as I want to do because it's basically an interstellar soap opera, and all of a sudden there are all these dimensional holes and interstellar tears and interdimensional rips, and fuck me running. What the shit, man? And this is all suddenly okay and acceptable with you goddamn backbirths just because this dude fucking up your planet gives kids toys? I mean, if that's all it takes to appease you genetic failures, you are in for a really bad time in the future. Okay. Let me back up for just a second before I pop a circuit breaker or something. Apparently, once a year, for whatever reason, some morbidly obese man in a bright red jumpsuit sitting in one of the devices you use to traverse snowy or icy areas of your planet, while being pulled by 8 or possibly 9 members of the Cervidae family who are somehow bestowed with the gift of flight. This dude somehow flies around your entire planet in the course of a single night and delivers finely wrapped gifts, or possibly unwrapped gifts, to every child on your little tiny ball of dirt. What the fuck? And then, on top of this, because this can only get worse from here, apparently he inserts himself into your homes, typically by way of chimneys, but also into homes that don't always have chimneys, or don't even have chimneys, or never even had the idea of a chimney. What? I mean, I'm not the universe's foremost expert on burning organic matter to generate heat, although I will note that humies burn really well, but that's a whole different conversation. But still, I'm fairly certain that most of the chimneys attached to most of your houses are not designed to accommodate an organism of his enormous girth, and yet he still pulls it off. What? But what? And again, the reindeer, the caribou, whatever you people call them, why do you have so many different words for the same basic concept? Regardless, the reindeer, they fucking fly. Reindeer don't have wings. I mean, I had to go check for myself just to make sure, but no, reindeer do not have wings. And these reindeer do not appear to be equipped with any kind of anti-gravitic technology or anti-gravity belts or jetpacks or anything interesting like that. No, they just fucking fly. And yes, just because this whole situation is a fractal fucked up can of fuckery, they don't just fly. Like I said, depending on how many of them there are, whether there's 8 or 9, the 9th one has like a fucking radioactive nose or something, and it glows sufficiently bright that it's usable to like see ahead of where this hypervelocity sled is going that I'm pretty sure is actually technically moving faster than the speed of light. So what the fuck kind of a mission is that goddamn reindeer's nose putting out that is actually operating as a good enough sensor platform for an FTL sleigh? The shit. And speaking of sensors and observational systems and this, that, and the other, y'all apparently are comfortable with the notion that this morbidly obese fucker has all of your homes bugged and has an intelligence agency that rivals all of your government's intelligence agencies, because apparently he knows when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake, and he knows if you've been good or bad. And this overarching big brotherness in both the literal sense of the phrase and the figurative one is simply okay with you walnuts because they gives kids presents. I mean, seriously, how easy is it to buy your just blind loyalty? Oh, well, considering your governments these days, not that hard. So yeah, everyone watching your planet, watching your abject hysteria over the notion of life in outer space and this, that, and the blessed other, and whether or not aliens have visited and blah, 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 so on and so forth, are just laughing our asses off at how terrified you are of that and how utterly comfortable you are with this absolutely absurd thing happening every year. I mean, I guess at this point you're just a nerd to it and you don't know any better, but let me tell you how weird it looks from out here. And this is all without even touching on the whole problem of apparently he's capable of existing at multiple of your shopping malls simultaneously and enjoys having children sit on his lap. Or the actual physics and physical problems of actually traveling around the globe in a single night that quickly and making all the stops. And oh my god, the bag of holding that would be necessary in the back of his sleigh. And holy shit, the weight and just... I don't know, man. I hope y'all had a very Merry Christmas or whatever solstice holiday you deign to celebrate. Personally, I am going to go talk to that Humie about that planet where the seas are made out of ethanol and see if submerging myself in them will do anything for this massive headache I suddenly have. And that's all from Sacred Cow Shipyards. Please be advised that any ship left on the dock for more than 24 hours will be compressed to a cube at the owner's expense. Have a nice day.